Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game number 3 of the night. I don't got a dual caster because I don't need a dual caster. I'm pretty much OP when it comes to casting. Let's go. UNSC versus Covenant. UNSC is on the red side. So you're saying the blue side should be Covenant? Cool Kids Club. Good try, Cody. Good try. No. Good try, though. All right, here we go. Diana banned away from the side of Bulging Butterfingers. They are uninterested in having the AP champion. I don't know that anyone from the side of Touching Tummies really plays that a lot. This is interesting. We're gonna have some targeted bans. We're gonna have some random bans as well. Normally the Yasuo will be banned against Boxy. Still a strong champion. He is receiving a slight nerf. Shaco banned away from Foul Jester. He's gonna have to play something different on that top or jungle side, as he is a top/jungle main. Those are most roles he's looking for. That's the most intelligent-looking tree I have ever seen. I mean, Smartest is really, really turned into a beautiful tree. I mean, look at him. He's wonderful. Gangplunk, welcome. Glad to pull you in for next game. Oh, that's right. Foul Jester doesn't play Shaco anymore. He's got a new main. Oh, I'm going to keep quiet on what his new main is, and hopefully he'll pick that up as Fiora. Banned out from the side of Bulging Butterfingers, taken away from not really anyone in particular, maybe Smartest, as they may be trying to target ban away Smartest. I'm surprised. There it is. I was looking for it. The Kled ban from Touching Tummies. They don't want Curry King to play it. I think it would have been a bit more interesting if they had allowed Curry King to play the Kled and Smartest said, you know what, I'll take your Kled on. I'll bring in my own strong champion, whatever it is, whether it be, say, a Maokai or a Jace or something that's got a little bit of extra range and poke to deal with the Kled. Either way, they're going to decide instead to ban it. Say, Curry King, you're going to have to play something else, as Lord Reese grabs the Anivia, his main, his one, his only, his love, and Intra is going to pair it up with the Karthus in the mid. Now we're getting a good game. Karthus versus Anivia, the mains of those two players will get a good game. See how they do. I favor Anivia just a little bit, even though she's going to get poked quite heavily. She's got the egg as well as that Karthus. Even though he's incredibly strong post-6, Anivia's wave clear and shove can make life difficult for Karthus to do anything besides hide under his turret in the mid lane. Foul Jester locking in the Kayn. Might be traded over to Nova, though. Kayn is one of Nova's favorite champions. Kayn and Graves, his two main champions that this player has played before. Smartest, you double banned the Diana and the Fiora. Complaints. Ornn locked in by Doc Shocker. That might get traded over. That might be something he's keeping. Is it going to be Curry King not even on the top side? What is going on? That's the question. Mid, you mean jungle? It could be Karthus in the jungle. That is true. The only reason I say that it might not be Karthus in the jungle is because Nova is a jungle main. But they could be swapping that Karthus over. He is a bit of a slower jungler now that he has been nerfed slightly when it comes to his Skittle damage. That Q dropping down. Spartan didn't get his Lucian banned away from him, so he says, you know what? Let's play it for a third game in a row. ADC God, Lucian main. Let's just make life easy. Easy pick, easy win. Heal it up, grabbing LeBlanc also for the side of Bulging Butterfingers, because I can totally read my own writing. Interesting choice here. This could be Anivia top, LeBlanc mid, Ornn support. That would change things up a little bit, especially with that Anivia in the top lane. Not something you typically see, but could focus on just kind of shoving the waves out and trying to keep from getting knocked down by the jungler, which Kayn pretty good actually at ganking the top side because he can run through that top lane, the really large rock underneath the turret. I'll have to see if that's where they decide to focus, as I think I got something in my finger. Maybe I have a surprising splinter that I wasn't aware of before. Either way, we've got the Yorick and Alawi band still knocking down these top lane champions, even though we should have our top already picked by Bulging Butterfingers. Interesting choices here. Why would you play Diana top? Why would you not play Diana top? She's got burst. She's got engaged. Paired with a strong jungler, she would do well. She's kind of like mid lane Diana. I know better in the jungle, but bet the Diana was for somebody else. Interesting. Not sure who else for the side of Touching Tummies plays the Diana. Maybe Foul Jester. Could be. Either way, the Jace and the Olaf junglers banned away from the respective sides as... I guess Jace is still a top laner. Olaf more of that jungle. So they are switching things up a little bit. That was for Reeves if your ban was me. Oh. So Reeves banned out Diana. Maybe he saw something that we don't get to see, normally speaking. So Curry King locks in potentially this Irelia, looking for the Blade Dancer, hopping around team fights. It has been not quite as heavily seen in the competitive scene, but still a strong champion. Her resets can be incredibly powerful. Her ult was nerfed slightly, no longer disarms. Desvelado rolling through every 80 carry. It's ADC roulette, ladies and gentlemen. What'll be? Place your bets right now. Tick, tick, tick it down. What is the lucky number 7 champion that Desvelado decides to lock in? Not even an ADC. It's a Lee Sin. Not what you expect. That's when you always get the rough, that final tick when you're looking at the roulette board and it pops over to you get nothing. It's a Lee Sin locked in, potentially for the jungle, which switches things around. That's going to be Irelia top, LeBlanc, Ornn in the bot lane, Lee Sin in the jungle. Keeping it really, really interesting for the side of Touching Tummies. Who's going to be the top lane? The last second lock in Jax. For Smartest, going to be taken out on Irelia up there. Interesting stuff as Nova looks like he's going to be keeping the Rakan, mostly going for those engages. I'm going to madly eat Frosted Flakes. Cody, that sounds delicious. Make me a bowl. I'll take it. Cyberbully, glad you're still hanging out with us. Are you playing Cyberbully? I don't think you are. I don't think you are, but you're still going to be chilling out. As we can roll through the players and their champions. Doesn't look like any swapping is going to come through. It was just those lanes that were the interesting things. For the side of Bulging Butterfingers, we've got ourselves Lord Reeves, the Anivia in the mid lane. Ornn, taken by Doc Shocker for the supportive role. Heal it up on LeBlanc in the bottom lane carry. Curry King with the Irelia in the top lane. And Desvelado, last but definitely not least, with the Lee Sin in the jungle. For the side of Touching Tummies, we got ourselves Intro with the Karthus in the mid lane. Foul Jester on the Kane in the jungle. UNSC Spartan 029 with the Lucian in the 80 carry role. Nova grabbing Rakan for the support. And Smartest 2, Jax in the top lane. Oh my goodness. What do I need to do about these teams? This is some interesting stuff coming out from both sides. From this side of Touching Tummies, you've got a pretty solid composition, lacking any tanks whatsoever. You've got Kane that can go slightly bruiser out if he takes the darkened mode. You got Jax that really wants to split push. He's not looking for team fights as much. You've got Rakan, Lucian that's a decent pairing in the bottom lane. If Rakan lands the CC, Lucian can follow up with some severe damage. However, both squishy members that LeBlanc, if paired with some good CC from Ornn himself, can definitely knock down. The key, though, is staying alive against LeBlanc's poke. Excuse me. So Rakan really needs to play back, needs to play safe, needs to wait for the opportunity to try to go in for an engage and a knock-up, but that is going to be few and far between. LeBlanc's so slippery, so incredibly slippery. Ornn would be the target more specifically, because he is large, he's a little bit easier to hit, he's slow moving, but really you knock up Ornn and Ornn's going to try to turn around and knock you back up. So thank you for reminding me that after Practice League I've only played Urf for a month. Ha! Yeah, because Urf is so much better than typical League of Legends. Urf is the way to go. Urf is the way to play. Alright, Karthus versus Anivia in the mid lane. We already talked a little bit about, I think, should go the way of Anivia when it comes to the longer term portion of the game, especially once she's got a couple ranks into her ultimate. She can clear waves like a champion and just push down. So I actually give, despite lacking an ADC, Bulging Butterfingers a bit of an edge between their damage on LeBlanc in the bottom lane against that Lucian, as well as Lee Sin in the jungle. We just saw how devastating that can be, especially in the early game, even though he falls off pretty hard when it comes towards the later stages of the game. That's going to be an early start for Bulging Butterfingers, especially once they hit that level 6. When it comes to the top lane, Irelia versus Jax. I really don't know much and can't comment a whole lot. If I had to guess, make some predictions, I would say that Jax is going to win a couple of those early trades, but Irelia, as the game goes on, once she gets that Infinity Edge, will be doing quite well for herself. Would love the disarm of that ultimate on Jax, but no longer gets that. Instead, just going to be focusing on maybe finding out some stuns, trying to set up maybe some Lee Sin plays, which is something we could talk about from those junglers. Where do they want to focus? Where do they want to put pressure? Lee Sin for the side of Bulging Butterfingers, I would definitely say focus on the top lane. Let Anivia wave clear. Let her do her own thing. Don't worry about the bottom lane. LeBlanc's incredibly safe. Orange can still stack up regardless of the situation. It's going to be the top lane to focus. Whereas for the side of touching tummies, that jungler, I think, really needs to focus on this bottom lane. Try to get the Rakan and Lucian as far ahead as possible. Lucian, you just saw in the last 2 games, very good player, very good champion in his hands. And so you say, you know what? You've got carry potential. Let's just go ahead and give it to you. You know what you're doing. Let's just let you have it. And if Kayn can hit that level 6, come to the bottom lane, find the knockups in combination with Rakan's CC, they could set that Lucian up very, very well. Have to keep an eye on these junglers' routes. Nice skin coming out from Anivia, Papercraft. Anivia, that's the newest skin, just hit the market on this newest patch, 9.4. Order of the Lotus Irelia, Dragonfist Lee Sin, Thunderlord Ornn, Grim Reaper Karthus, Hired Gun Lucian, SKT1 Jax, and that's about it. So neither team running a full 5-man skin team, but touching tummies coming out with slight advantage. No, that's actually Bulging Butterfingers coming out with slight advantage. If you are watching and have not hit that follow button, it would be greatly appreciated if you enjoy this sort of content. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday, and you're more than welcome to join with that ! Join tag, as we're going to go ahead and switch to our in-game scene. Game number 3 of the night. BB versus TT. No, you want me to follow myself? I could try to follow myself. I don't know if it'll let me. Oh, once again, I messed that up. There we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the League of... Not Draven, because he's not in here. You follow me? Cody, am I following you? I don't think you even... I don't know if you even stream. Let's check him out real quick. Oh, you know what? I will follow you and turn notifications on. There you go, Cody. I followed you. Hope you enjoy that follow. The legendary Jake Kelton follow. Can you believe it? You don't stream, but you still got to follow. Don't even worry about it. You're that OP. You got 28 follows. I don't know how you got 28 follows if you're not even streaming. Oh, Desvelado taking a little bit of poke damage from Intra. Dropping down those lay wastes. Getting a little bit of initial early game poke. Interesting. Lee Sin went ahead and recalled, wanting to heal up as he walks out of the base, and does get full health at the very last second. He's going to race those minions to get to the buff in time. Let's go ahead and move the players to the correct positions, as it is that jungler Lee Sin. Hunter's Talisman started by the Kayn. Interesting choice. Blanc carry. Jax in the top lane. Wait, what happened? What did I do? There we go. Set up just a little bit. Lee Sin back in time to start the red buff with Curry King and Lord Reese. Should be able to pick that out quite quickly. Let's check out this Papercraft skin from the Anivia. Wait. Oh, man. I was completely wrong. It is Anivia Ornn in the top lane. Anivia Irelia bottom lane. Support Anivia? Okie dokie, boyos. Yep, we've completely changed things up from the side of Bulging Butterfingers. And Nivea and Irelia here in this bottom side. That Irelia, melee range champion. Gonna be a little more difficult. Electrocute proc comes down onto Intra in the mid lane, dropping that Karthus down by a third health. Curry King gonna do what he can to pick up that farm. The Nivea does not want to seal it away. She wants Irelia to get as much farm as possible. You need that Trinity force on your carry. Especially if that Nivea's Lee Sin comes in for early game level 2 gank. Trying to get some damage down. He's knocked up by Rakan. Nice! Nice grand entrance. Gonna disengage that fight, and Spartan responds very well as well. Both level 2. So he can just relentless pursuit his way out of danger. Kane still focusing on farming the jungle on that top side. Picked up the red buff for himself, going for a full clear. See where he moves to. LeBlanc gonna keep her eye on him if he decides to try to come towards that mid lane. She not only has a ward, but she's also got that Poro as well. Intra down to about half. Starting to drop some of those lay waves. Drops the ignite as well, getting some damage to heal, but Intra's distracted. He turned to the clone. Wrong one, buddy. And he's gonna go down. Heal it up, picking up first blood against that Karthus in the mid lane. Good stuff out of LeBlanc. That passive really coming in crucial, causing Karthus to hesitate. All it took was one moment of hesitation. Doc Shocker finding a knockup onto Smartest. He's still going to be hit by the counter-strike, stunning him up for a moment as Lee Sin's in the enemy team, or kept finding out the enemy team jungler in his own jungler, chasing Kane through a wall, and will get out. Bottom lane CS actually going in favor of this Irelia, which is a bit surprising considering how much range advantage Lucian should have overall, but he may just be playing safely. It might be Rakan messing him up. I'm not exactly sure, and there is a wave that is crashing, so Lucian can try to pick that up. Nice heal from the Rakan Gleaming Quill as Curry King gonna take a little bit of damage. He's got knocked up as well. Nova's making the plays, and that's gonna be a kill going over to the support for the side of Touching Tummies. Good stuff, and a little bit over-aggressive by Curry King on this Irelia. One could argue afraid to face Smartest in the top side, maybe. Maybe. Irelia gonna teleport into the bottom side after having gotten the gray screen recall. Orin keeping up the farm against the Jax on the top side. There's a wave crashing up there that he can pick up as well, so nothing too crazy going on up there just yet, but you know that with a Jax, it's only a matter of time before he really turns that split push opportunity on. Lord Reeves low on mana in this bottom lane. Not out, but low. Needs to keep an eye on it. Drops the wall, forcing Lucian to walk around. Rakan engaging. He's going to just shield dash right out. Irelia goes in, but she's underneath the turret. Takes a shot down to about half health. Jax, Foul Jester. Not Jax. Kane, Foul Jester, hanging out in the river, picking up the Scuttle Crab. Decides not to come to the bottom lane, make any plays. Just going to allow the Nivea to back, reset that mana. Also sitting on those minion dematerializers. Probably going to hold on to them for most of the game until the later stages for heavy amounts of push. All bottom laners sitting at level 4. Kane decides to stick around. I don't think he actually recalled. Nova trying to set up the bait. There goes Kane through the wall, but and gets a little bit of damage down. Stunned up by a Nivea. The Rakan, however, going to knock up Irelia, force the flash. And Nivea taking a little bit of damage as well. The heal used by Lucian to make sure that Nova survives that engage. But both members of Touching Tummy's bottom lane low on mana and starting to get lower on health. So need to play a bit safer. They've done well so far, but they're losing out in minions. And if they give a couple kills over, it could be pretty rough for them. Kane actually is still sticking around. Stun comes through. Nice Q from a Nivea. Stops Lucian from backing. Flash Frost. One landed. We'll see if she tries to step forward and land another. Kane is still sitting and wasting a lot of time throwing out those recalls around the corner, waiting for Curry King to finally push these minions in underneath the turret. There it goes. Once again, he's going to dash in, look for the engage onto Nivea. Rakan flashing forward, but he can't find the knockup onto Lord Reeves. Instead, they're going to turn onto Curry King. Rakan with no mana is in trouble. He can't shield dash out. He's stunned up with a flash frost and goes down. The support of Lord Reeves picking up a kill for himself. If the Rakan had landed the knockup, the story might be different, but really that was just a touch mismanagement when it came to how much mana. There was no way for him to get out. Spartan chasing forward onto Curry King, lands the Ardent Blaze. but decides not to chase the Aurelia in, letting her get back 55 CS to the 37 and growing from Lucian. Back to the top side, the Jax has a bit of an advantage, about 20 CS up. LeBlanc coming in as well from the side, but she's caught out and seen by a ward. No, I don't think she actually is. Let's check real quick. She is. Okay, there she is sitting on a ward. So Jax knows to play back, play safe. Go ahead and back up. I think this whole game is just a bit unnecessary, though, considering the fact that it was supposed to be Smartest versus Curry King on the top side, and Curry King chickened out, which means that Smartest automatically is the winner of that duel, if you will. Foul Jester pinging out around the Rift Herald, but I think he's just going to be focused on that Scuttle Crab, trying to make sure that he's got vision on it as much as possible. Spartan taking a chunk of damage in the bottom lane, however, backing up. And Nivea hasn't completed any major items yet, so doesn't have a ton of mana sustain, and mostly focusing on those Flash Frosts to really find some opportunities for Aurelia to engage and deal the damage. She's got that first part of that Trinity Force. Rakan making a play, gets a knock up on Anivia, immediately backs out. A little bit over Rakan does, kind of just testing around, is walled away for a moment, however, not too concerned about it. Oh, there's the Anivia ultimate, level 6, they want to make the play. Nova in trouble, he doesn't have shield dash, he's going to go down. Now the reset onto Spartan. Now both members of Bulging Butterfingers in this bottom side, low on mana. They got the corrupting potions, though, so they can use, at least the Aurelia has a corrupting potion, so we'll get some back. And the top side, Kane gonna try to join Jax up here, see what they can do with Doc Shocker. They find the slow. Will it be enough? The ult comes through from Kane. A little bit more damage. A Foul Jester picks up his first kill of the game. Lucian just continuing his slow carry in the bottom side. No kills, down 20 CS, but no deaths either. Intra missing a lot of those Qs that he's so well known for. Late waste kind of going side to side. Finally one hitting this LeBlanc, doing a little bit of damage. She's got her own corrupting potion, so we'll pop it and stay at closer to full health. Karthus does have his ultimate, that Requiem, but no opportunity to really use it yet. You need to get someone on the enemy team low enough for it to be worth using. You don't want to just drop it for no reason. So Khan getting some decent vision down around the ocean. Drake as Desvelado trying to steal away the enemy team blue buff. Nova could be caught out here. He's got the grand entrance top over the wall if necessary. Enter going to try to chase Desvelado for a moment. Kane around the corner as well, so they could 3v2 fight this. 3v3 now as Anivia going to join, heal it up, pushing on to Foul Jester, who walks through the wall. Lee Sin not interested in trying to chase in inside the wall. I think that's a pretty wise choice. As Ornn finds a nice knock up on an Intra. The flash used by Karthus. He's still going to get knocked up by the Ornn Horn. Ignite ticks down. Should clean him up. Take one kill. Heal it up. Finishes him off. Lee Sin going to be finished off by the Karthus, though. So which Chu traded back. 1 for 2 at the moment. Heal it up with a nice play with the clone. Able to dissuade the enemy from moving forward that much further. But it's 4 kills, 4,000 gold lead for touching Tummies. Only about 500, actually, as things are still fairly even between these two. Jax and Kane starting up the Ocean Drake. Lord Reeves over the wall. No vision, but dropping wards just to get a little bit of vision. Drops the ultimate because he knows that they are picking away on this Ocean Drake. He's going to try to steal it. Flash Frost to stun Jax up for the moment. That's what you want, but Kane able to secure it. Lucian 1v1 against Aurelia. Not exactly what you want. Going to get a bit of damage down. The ultimate from the Aurelia. The culling used by Lucian. Karthus ultimate comes slamming in. Takes down Curry King. Double kill for that Karthus as Desvelado also falls, and Smartest decides not to chase heal it up anymore. Backs away. Touching Tummies. Starting to get a little bit of an advantage. Getting through that 2,000 gold lead. Jax and Karthus working away on this mid lane turret, dropping plates, going to pick up the second one for themselves. They don't want to go any further as they don't have a wave to shove it in, and so they will back off. And first Ocean Drake went to the side of touching Tummies earlier in the game. They're doing very well for themselves. I want to check in quickly. It's the Darken mode, looks like, from the Kane. Check very quickly on what the next Drake is. The second Ocean Drake. Either team would be happy to have that, but Definitely, if it's not touching Tummies, they can pick up 2 of those. Things would be very, very strong for themselves when it comes to the mana regen on their team, as we've already seen that Karthus and Rakan keep their eyes on it. Oh, BB's name is just Bulging? No Butterfingers. They're just Team Bulging. Team Bulging. Sure. Sure. Oh, it's because it's too long. Oh, I see. I see. Well, it's because it's too darn long. Alright, we'll just do BB versus TT. How about that? The name is Bulging. PG. Hey, get your mind out of the gutter, Cody. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean stream all the way. Christian stream. Next meme. Okay. there's my one reference for the day. 4 kills to 2. Intra quite ahead in the mid lane, though LeBlanc not too terribly far behind with 2 kills of her own. But really, it's more about the rest of the team. Karthus way ahead of much of the team. 5,000 gold. Most of the team sitting on 4 or below. Both teams taking a call, though, right now. Let's heal it up, trying to prove me wrong, making a little bit of action happen in the mid lane. Desperado coming to the bottom side, but it's a 3v3. The Rakan, the grand entrance, going to miss the culling from Lucian. Also going to get dissuaded for at least a little bit. Rakan doing what he can to get some CC down, kicked away, dropping low. Nova finished off by Reeves. Gets the last auto attack to finish him off, but it's 1-for-1 trade as Irelia was traded over. Support for carry. Any team would take that. Red team happy to have it. As the Karthus is coming around from the backside, maybe trying to make a 3-man collapse on this turret. Lord Reeves sitting forward her health. He still has the egg form veil. We'll keep that in mind. Kane's going to catch sight on Lee Sin, but doesn't want to chase underneath the turret. So we'll back away. LeBlanc was following the Karthus as well. They decide to just back it up. Back it up. Ocean Drake spawning in a minute 40. Intra trying to make a play onto LeBlanc in the mid lane. She's super slippery. Let's see if Kill It Up can escape. Just hops over a wall. Foul Jester considering chasing. Oh, she comes back. Nice use of the re-distortion. Hops back over the wall after Kane and Karthus already left. And there's the Karthus ultimate. Not going to be enough. Nice shield from Lee Sin to keep that LeBlanc up. I don't think it would have been enough to kill her anyway. So, hey! Crazy Roy! You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta get those claps in, though. You gotta get those claps in, Crazy Roy. It's very simple. Intra maybe going down, or maybe finishing off Curry King. He's so incredibly low. One more pain, one more Q to finish it off. What is that again? Lay waste. But can't quite land it. Again, that Lee Sin just causing a bit of trouble for Karthus to find these kills. Kane, however, knowing that Lee Sin's in the mid lane, is stealing away the enemy team blue buff. Clears that for himself. Is in the bottom lane. Nova 1v1 against Lord Reeves. It's support Nivea. She's all about the wave clear. Lucian's joined forces, though, so that should be able to shove in. His Foul Jester comes to the top side against Dog Shocker. Horn is called. He flashes away. He uses it to knock up the Jax, but he's still going to go down. And Kane should tank the turn on the way out. And Nivea drops in the bottom lane after a nice engage from Nova. Went down to half tanking the turret, but they're able to secure one entry in that mid lane once again. On to Heal It Up. However, these zero chains come through. Heal It Up. He keeps being hit by those lay wastes and does, however, get the kill. Another good distortion in the top side. CC chain. Desvelado flashes out with a very little bit of health. Throws out the Dragon Rage kick, but Foul Jester flashes in to get the finish. So they get one more for TP. Up 4 kills, up 4,000 gold. The TP coming through from, I'm not sure who it is actually. That's from Orn to this bottom side. Aurelia's already gone down. Rakan might be traded over. No, Rakan is able to live for now. He needs to keep himself back pretty far. I know he wants to keep Spartan alive, but when you're at 200 health, you're just a sitting target for some enemy team to walk up and finish you off. Looks like the call is to back away, though. Nova, it's okay. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Lolo to Zozo. What? How did I miss that that was you? It's been ages. That is the Enzalor. OMG. What even in the bottom lane? Nova didn't back. He's going to be in trouble. Knocked up, dropped down, finish off. Spartan trying to get the trade on to Orange. Should be able to get Doc Shocker. Who foxes forward to get the kill. Lord Reeves gonna get a nice stun. The heal used by Spartan, but Aurelius here just to set a second stun up and finish off Lucian. Karthus in the tri-brush, however, should be seen here momentarily by that control ward. They're not gonna worry too much about him. They ping him out. Ocean Drake seemed to be on the target for the side of BB. Gonna clear some wards out. But instead of focusing on the Ocean Drake, they're just going to try to move into this bottom lane. The turret platings have fallen. The bottom lane turret dropping a little bit by a little bit. Eventually will be cleaned up and finished off. BB securing their first turret of the game, even though the side of TT already secured one. However, the flash wait from Jax to TP to this bottom lane all by himself. He's here to defend. Doesn't want the enemy team to get in. Kane, in the meantime, picks up the Rift Herald. Could drop a top side, or the only one there to defend. If Jester decides to do with it, he's more interested in pushing by himself at the moment. And Jax nicely saving this bottom lane turret, sitting at just a 375 gold. Not a lot of gold. Not a lot of health. Under 400 health. But still standing. That's the key for TT. As long as they can do these structures up, they can keep gold out of the hands of BB. Heal it up. In trouble in the mid lane. I don't think the clone's going to keep you alive. Spartan finds her with the Ardent Blaze. Mid lane, in the mid lane, actually close as well, under the 300 health mark. One solid push from TT should secure this second turret for themselves. There we go. They are able to get that. We'll see if they rotate to the Ocean Drake, or if they decide to try to keep pushing in this mid lane. Spartan playing very aggressively up front. Rift Herald called in the mid lane. The call is to move on to the second tier turret. Go ahead and get that Shelly Slam. Drop the turret down over the side. Nova kind of just being a bit of a nuisance. Foul Jester has to get out as he's got no health left to really play with. He's not recalling just yet, though. Shelly's going to get one more slam onto the inhibitor turret. Foul Jester deciding to try to heal off of red buff. That could be to his own demise. He gets through the wall. Foul Jester gets the knockup. Orn's not going to land either. The Lucian's dropping low. Finished off. Going to be paired up with Rakan going down. So both bottom laners going to fall. And the Karthus ultimate drops their health fairly low. But all said, side of TT still have the advantage. They still have every single turret of their own in the game. They're up 5,000 gold. Ocean Drake is their target. Karthus around the corner, dropping a couple of those lay wastes. Kane secures the Ocean Drake, and Nivea trying to throw it on the ultimate, give it damage he can onto Smartest. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. The Kane coming out from the Dragon Pit. Oh, LeBlanc's got the burst. She takes out the Kane. Orn finished off by Jax in the meantime, as Karthus still trying to drop those lay wastes on to heal it up. He's using the clone, but it's not going to confuse Karthus too much. He just calls off the fight as Jax is in the middle of three members, and Gleason plays. Secures himself the kill onto Jax, and Nivea Egg will reset. Intra in trouble. He's in the middle of four. Can he make any plays? He gets a Nivea. One down, focusing on Desperado next. The Defile finishes him off. Heal it up. Going to be knocked up. Rakan cleans it up. Curry King the next target. Lucian stunned up. He can't chase it down. Nova wants to get this lockdown. Decides not to flash for it, though. So Irelia, the only one really left to live from that long fight around the second Ocean Drake, but TT still come out in the advantage. Double Oceans, 5,000 gold lead. Intra padding his damage stat. He's just looking to come out of the game with the most amount of damage. I want to check really quick. I feel like, yeah, my music is like 0. That is not okay. That is not okay. Let's reset things a little bit. There we go. That's what was missing these last two games. Catinator and Crazy Roy both interested in playing the next game. Well, I hope I can manage to cast that game. Maybe we can get Smartest back in here to give me a little bit of boost in energy as this game's cresting the 21-minute threshold. Smartest fighting off against Curry King. This is the fight we want to see. This is the 1v1. Smartest making the plays, but Curry King dropped low and cleaned up. Wait, we're going to back that up and watch that again. We need to break down this. All right, let's see what happens here. So Curry King catches sight of Smartest, immediately starts the run. Drops 1 and 2 for the stun. So the flawless duet stuns up Jax. However, he dodges the damage on it. Can't find the counter-strike hit. So Curry King walking away decides it's not worth it. I'm going to go right back in. Hops in and starts that defiant dance, immediately cancels it, throws down the ultimate. This is a bit of just button spamming at the moment, and Curry King is still being hit by all those auto attacks from Jax during the entire time. The empowered Q comes through. This Jax auto attack so incredibly strong. Leap strike for, I believe, the finish, and plus the empower. Nope, just an empowered auto attack. It's all that's necessary. Smartest coming out with the win in the 1v1. I think we know who's the better top laner at this point. Oh, I gotta reset all of the... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Is that right? LeBlanc and Nivea. There we go. There we go. Much better. All right. Smartest still split pushing on this bottom side. Knocked him by the Ornn. Ornn is called as well, and Doc Shocker gets him with the giant ram, but they're losing their top lane second tier turret. That's secured by the side of TT. Now they can move in to the inhibitor turret as well. El leads into the backside, gets a nice kick onto Kane, but the fight turns around to the mid side to heal it up. Gets damaged quite a lot by Intra. Nova dropping low, healed by Spartan. No, I think that was just as Gleaming Quill heal and Karthus ultimate. Finishes off LeBlanc from inside their own base. Doc Shocker flashes away, survives for now, but the pressure for TT still continues to mount. Irelia was low enough health, felt it was worth it to go ahead and back to the fountain before trying to come back out. Intra sitting at a 4th of a health bar. Curry King could try to make a play, but it'd be into 4 members instead. We'll just let them clean up the mid lane inhibitor turret and the inhibitor shortly to follow as well. Foul Jester sitting on that front line, ready to dash forward and try to get what knockups he can. Instead of leaving with the rest of his team, though, he's going to focus on this top lane turret. Gets knocked up. Needs to keep in mind, don't damage the Ornn. Otherwise, you're going to be killed a lot faster. Finishes off the turret. Flashes as well as dashes his way to safety. Let's check really quick on what is the name of that spell. What? Why can't I click on the cane? All right, here we go. The cane. Not Shadow Step. Reaping Slash. All right. Nice to use Reaping Slash to get out. Terminal Depression. What? What? Next meme. All right, 14 kills to 21. Instead of memes, we're looking for next kill. We're looking for the next engage, especially for BB, as they are losing out. They've lost a lot of structures in their base. They're down an inhibitor. Nice. Relentless Pursuit by Lucian gets him out of LeBlanc's awaiting claws as Spartan, nice turret around, finds the culling and the last bit of damage necessary to take down Nivea. Smartest running away from Ornn, as Irelia also going to join him, making it a 2v1. Jax playing safely, keeping back. Kind of just being a nuisance until the rest of TT can turn onto the Baron. The jungler is up, so there's an opportunity to steal. We'll see if this is Family Feud. Night the Ornn Horn's going to be called. Let's see 3 members knocked up. The Rakan is already gone. Ladies and gentlemen, Intra goes golden, but I think that is not going to save him. Smartest is doing what he can. Finishes off 1, dashes in, finishes off a second. He's looking for the triple on Desperado with the help of Baron. He gets it. That is a triple kill for the Jax. JK was Intra's Q that finished him off. Heal it up. Waiting to see what Smartest is going to do. Smartest engaging. LeBlanc's Distortion. She's going to hop away to safety, but Jax sees her and knows he can just leap strike in. Goes on a killing spree. That was the triple kill. I knew what I was talking about. I was just a little bit slow to getting around to it. Mountain Drake is up. Neither team cares. Jax is focused on this top lane inhibitor. Should be able to make short work of that. Flashes in. Ooh, the A form. Lord Reeves died earlier. He's going to be able to pick her up anyway. And now trying to escape from Curry King. Uses the counter strike to dodge a lot of her auto attacks. Hops to a mid with the leap strike. Desperado chasing in. Lands the Sonic Wave. The resonating strike for the finish as well. So the top inhibitor still alive for BB, but their base is still suffering in this mid lane as that inhibitor has a bit of a ways to go before coming back up. Still, 7,000 gold lead for TT. They're leading strong, making a couple fun plays for themselves. Onto the Mountain Drake they go. Pick that one up. They could try to turn onto the Baron. Didn't go so well last time they were there, but maybe it will be better this time around. Kane just doing his walking through walls things. Best ghost impression or Blaine. Is it David Blaine? I think it's David Blaine. Best David Blaine impression. Side of BB spread out, but collapsing towards the Baron. This time, let's see if TT can actually secure it. Last time it didn't go so well. Horn forced them to disengage. They're again going to disengage. Karth is stuck inside the Baron pit. Is able to get out for now. The engage from BB, very slow, if at all, to engage. Bird King waiting around the window. Nova looking for an opportunity to use that quickness to make a play. You drop the ult and then grand entrance in, maybe with a flash, which he's got available. As a side of TT, try to secure a little bit of vision. Note that the Rift Herald has, or not Rift Herald, the Scuttle Crab has been taken by PB, so they'll know that this Baron is happening. Lucian is in the mid lane. Horn is called. We'll see what can happen with it. Two members knocked up. Lucian joining Karthus to try to drop Doc Shocker, but Heal It Up has already finished off Nova in the meantime. Jack's going to be leaping in. Karthus ultimate comes through, slams down onto everyone, but is the damage going to be enough? Interest still on the backside of the fight. Smartest is doing what he can. Heal It Up, distorting away. Intra chasing forward. He finished off one. Foul Jester finishing off Desperado as well. Reeves down to half health, has to leave. And the side of TT come out ahead. No completely decisive victory, as they did, I believe, lose one. Yeah, they lost Nova, but still very strong play from them. Now they can move into the mid lane and clear this inhibitor turret just as it spawns back. That is just so sad. They're going to try to go for double inhibitors as they are already poking down and should finish off the top lane inhibitor before they can rotate and join the solution, finishing up the second tier inhibitor. The second inhibitor in mid lane. Two inhibitors down. TT feeling good. Back away from the base. Jack's the only one that has that scrying lens at the moment. So he's going to have to do all the work clearing the vision. His Catinator is pointing that out. Karthus down to about half as he's been slowly caught out. LeBlanc chasing in. Desvelado wants to secure it. There's no saving Intra though. Nova just needs to walk away. Let the Karthus go down. He had a bit of poor positioning as well as just generally speaking a very slow champion. So unable to keep it up. 21 kills to 30. 7,000 gold lead for TT. The engage in the mid lane is BB. Desperately are looking for their first turret of the game. They've got all 5 members here. They're playing on a timer. Superman is pushing on that top side. Double waves coming in. They need to make the decision, and their decision is to just back up. A couple of them. Excuse me. Like the LeBlanc even recalling. Trying to catch this super minion wave as it heads towards this top side. Jack splitting on that bottom side. Doesn't have TP, but could wait out for that to come up. And then they could either TP, make a play for Baron, or they could just 4-man Baron with Jack splitting on the bottom side. Lucian's got plenty of damage, and there are those free heals from Nova. He can provide with that Gleaming Quill. Cresting the 30-minute mark. TT still in the lead. See how long that continues. Jack's opting for just clearing enemy vision, not so focused on trying to take away buffs at the moment. He's already crazy far ahead. 207 farm to the 150 of this Ornn. Both teams, besides the Jackson Irelia, collecting and converging around the Baron pit. The Ornn horn called. We'll see if once again the side of BB can make a play. LeBlanc goes in, trying to pop Nova, dropping him low. Ignite finishes off, and he does secure the kill. Desvelado getting a nice kick onto Lucian, and that should finish us off as well. So that means there are only 3 members of TT left alive, and no one from the side of BB actually died. This ult's going to change that, though. He secures the LeBlanc, who is trying to recall. In the meantime, is Orin going to go down to Jax, who's just pushing into the base. He says, I don't even need to worry about trying to split push on the bottom side. I can just shove into the base. 1v3. He's going to lose the Counter-Strike, though, so he's going to go down to Lee Sin. Means that Anivia by herself between 2 members of TT gonna go down. Wait, 2 members of BB, sorry, excuse me, is Curry King and Desvelado pushing in to finish off the second Nexus turret. There's only the Nexus left alive. Foul Jester getting a nice 2-man knock-up. Intra trying to clear the minion waves. There's no extra help to finish off the Nexus itself. Curry King focused more on kills as Desvelado lands. Sonic Wave gonna chase that one and get a nice kick as well. Under 200 health. Blue side's got nothing left to defend. Foul Jester and Intra secure the game for the side of TT. Anivia Q is bugged. Well, I gotta hear about that. Mouse down to a tower, TP to the tower, and then I'm TPing to a ward? Not sure what was going on with that. But we are going to roll through MVPs and honorable mentions from this game that I definitely struggled to keep the energy up in. I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and give for the losing side, the side of BB. They tried so hard, but really struggled. I like Orin's assists, and he really set up a number of good plays. I think the honorable mention I'm going to give to Heal It Up for overall playing some good, solid LeBlanc, making some solo plays in the mid lane, and then finding some nice bursts onto Nova, at least setting up some 4v5 potential for the team. And then for the... oh, there we go. I was like, wow, what happened to the music? The music is actually just resetting. For the MVP, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Desvelado, only because he won the lottery with that run slots with his KDA. So, obviously, 777. When you win the slots, you win MVP, JK. Lee Sin made some really good solid plays, especially his focus on that bottom lane towards the, well, all over, but even at the very beginning of the game, ganking early, trying to set Curry King and Lord Reeves up for success, helped them to kind of stay up in that bottom lane, joined every time that Kane was down there as well to help win some of those fights. So, it was Doc knock Reeves on the Orn. Yeah. All right, for the side of the winning team, Touching Tummies. Let's see here. Honorable mention, I think I'm going to give over to UNSC Spartan for, despite all the pressure on that bottom side and playing with a very underskilled Nova, really helped Nova, joined in some of those fights. They did decently well in the bottom lane for being such a skill discrepancy between those two players. And the MVP, I'm going to pass over to the side of Smartest for his plays on the top side, winning lane with that Jax, and then comfortably being able to split push all over the map otherwise. So, I'm a good support. I warded a lot. Hey, there you go. Desvelado. Did I say it wrong? Desvelado? 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 What am I doing here? What am I doing wrong? Sparpist. Smartest. There we go. Honorable mentions and MVP secured. Curry King ran away from Smartest. Right? That's why Smartest gets MVP, because Curry King wouldn't face him in the top side. Just rip. Just rip. Oh, yes. Desvelado. Why did I recognize that? Bad at memes. There we go. And I know that Cody is going to kill me. Cody, feel free to never sub again, because I actually just honestly don't feel that my energy is worth trying to solo cast another game. I don't want to do a terrible job casting, but we'll be back on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for casting some more CLOL games, and maybe we'll throw in a viewer game at the end as well. You're done with it. Refund. I knew that. I know it. All right, Cody. Stubs and money. Desvelado, go to sleep. Get yourself a good night. Cody, never come back to the stream. Fair and understandable. Fair and understandable. I've actually raided our healer quite a bunch, so tonight I'm going to raid someone else that some of you might know. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the roll credit scene. Cody and Kat, I'll make it up to you guys. I'll make it up